Hey guys, today we're in Charleston, South Carolina at store 290, Northwoods Mall.
We'll be interviewing Ryan Moore, store team lead from store 779, Crabtree Valley, and this is another episode of Stockroom Sessions.
All right, hi guys. I'm Ryan Moore from store 779, Crabtree Valley Mall. I'm the store team leader here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Can you tell us a little bit about your backstory and kind of how you got to where you're at right now?
Yeah, I started at American Eagle on Valentine's Day of 2011. I onboarded at store 2259, which is in Burlington, North Carolina, with a really awesome peer of mine named Beth. Hi, Beth. And I was hired for store 233, Jacksonville, North Carolina, which is over on the coast of Jacksonville. I was at that store for about 11 years. It was a military market, so um, that was the first time in any part of my career where I had been in specifically a military market. And it's quite different and it brings its own, sort of challenges. I think there at that store is where I learned really how to be flexible in my leadership. And about 3 years ago, I came to Crabtree, where I am now. And Crabtree is a tier one, top 200 store. It's a standalone American Eagle, but we do have area and offline in the center. So we have, I guess called a power center. We have all three brands and really great relationship with the other STLs in the center here.
What is one trait that you need if you're going to succeed in operations?
I love puzzle work. So, figuring out like how does it all go? Like I love the fast worksheet. I don't do the fast worksheet myself because I have a super awesome MTL who does all that. But like that kind of thing, like strategic thinking, how do all the pieces fit together into the puzzle? And my mind is set up that way, and I like to know a little bit about everything, but I don't always have to be the best at everything. So I lean into my people to whatever their strengths are, whatever they're good at, let them do it, and just sort of know about it.
All right, what are a few things stores need to have a successful green week?
I think it starts with you got to have the right number of people. You got to have the people, right? And sometimes it's a struggle to get the right head count, but if you don't have the right head count, probably not going to go great from there. And then I think the schedule to go with the people. So you've got the right people in the right place at the right time. And using your zone maps. We use our zone maps every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Can you think of the most successful Green Week that you've ever had and why was it so successful? Was there one thing that you did or implemented that made it so successful?
Going into that week with a really strong plan, utilizing the win the week or win the season. Um, it's a little bit of work, to prepare that document for yourself. But if you put the effort into it prior and you've got it there, I think the week goes successfully. Being able to flex to things like sometimes last year, I think we didn't make our comp on Green Friday, just with some weirdness going on in the mall and some traffic. But then Saturday and Sunday, we more than made up what we were down on Friday. So I think having a good plan, reacting if things don't go well, and absolutely having a really strong plan for the week and multiple times throughout the day, especially to get the goods back out to them.
So when you kind of think about the future, what is the next step for you?
So I am working on becoming a senior store team leader. And I'll say one time I sat down with Tamara when she was our regional director, and she said to me, I tell every single person that I meet that I'm going to be the next vice president at American Eagle. And she did. So her advice was, you should tell every single person that you meet that you're going to be the next senior store team leader at American Eagle. So I'm telling you all right now, I'm going to be the next senior store team leader at American Eagle.
So do you have one quote that kind of sticks out more than the others as your favorite quote? Can you think of one off the top of your head, or do you have a couple maybe?
I do. So I have this journal that I've had for probably 15 or 20 years, where I love inspirations. I love inspirational quotes. affirmations, like positive thinking. And if I hear a new one that I'm like, oh, I've never heard that before, I write it down in my journal. But I would say I have two that are my favorites, really. I'll say my right now favorite is grief never ends, but it does change. It's a passage. It's not a place to stay, and that grief is not a sign of weakness or a lack of faith. It's simply the price that we pay for love. And I really love that one because this year, personally, I've been trying to learn how to live through grief um, and how to not lose yourself when grief happens. And so it's been a journey, but that has certainly helped me get through some things this year. And then I think my second one, which is probably my all time favorite, is that courage is not always a roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day that says, I'll try again tomorrow. And so I love that one. That one weighs heavy in my heart because, we have days where we're like, oh, this is not it. But then you sleep on it and then you try again tomorrow and it's a better day.
Our little birdie did tell me you do have several interesting collections. Of those, do you have a prized possession? Or what is the maybe one or two things that you collect that maybe people wouldn't know about?
Do collect magnifying glasses. I have over 100 magnifying glasses. I have them hanging on walls. They're on like tabletops. I don't know what it is about magnifying glasses. Like, I don't know why, but I just like saw one once and I was like, "Ooh, this is really cool." And then I've never seen two of the same.
With the magnifying glasses, are you ever worried that you're going to open the window and light your house on fire in like 50 different places?
Right. Always hang them on not opposite window walls.
So, can you look into the camera and maybe talk to somebody that wants to run a really high volume store, top 200 store? What's one piece of advice you'd want to give to them?
I think it's about leading through your people, developing that skill in yourself of how to lead through people. If you're in a lower volume store, medium volume store, and you go to a really high volume store, you will drive yourself mad if you try and think you can do it all yourself because you cannot do it all yourself. So surround yourself with the best people, lead through them, and then do the job that only you can do. So if somebody else can do it, let them. Let go and let the people, right? That's the motto.
So now we're going to roll into the rapid fire section. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. Ryan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
If you had a superhero sidekick, what would their name be called?
Genius Janesta.
If you could invent a holiday, what would it be called and what would be the main theme?
It would be called Macaroni and Cheese Monday, and everybody had to eat macaroni and cheese.
Wow.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
All right. What's the weirdest food you've ever tried and liked?
The weirdest food I ever tried was when I was in Germany. I thought that it was like raspberries, but it was really fried blood.
Oh, and you liked it. You liked it.
It was like, at first there's a reaction of like, ugh, like this is disgusting when you find out it's like ox blood or something. But it's,
Where are these berries sourced from?
not as bad as like you might think it was, but I'm never having that again.
If you had to live without air conditioning or internet for the rest of your life, which one are you sacrificing?
I'm not living without air conditioning.
Yeah.
We live in the South. Forget it.
I can read a book.
You had to sing every conversation or dance every conversation. Which one would you choose?
I would.
Let's just try it right now with the answer. First, try and sing your answer. Go.
Oh, I would sing all the answers.
And now dance.
Well, my dancing is not good, so it's definitely
First one. Did he get it in time? He got it in time, so everybody gets a prize. Matt, what do we have for him?
We have something of a little bit of value. It helps me and my store operationally stay on point, and that is Post-it notes.
It's not a full thing of them. It's only like a half thing, but the value on this is not zero like we've given to some other people, which was garbage. This is actually, so that's going to be coming your way soon. There's at least half of those left. But thank you so much for being here with us and doing this. Everybody give a big shout out to Ryan. Thanks so much for being here today, guys.
Hope to see you in the stockroom near you.
I heart Timber.